Hey, what's going on? This is going to be a rather sensitive conversation. And for those of you that follow me on Facebook, basically, this is borderline going to be a rant mode video, or maybe it really is going to be a rant mode video. And that means, even though I'm a person who always speaks her truth, I am going to speak my truth in a more raw and rare form than usual. I never censor my message, but there are times when I am maybe a little bit more polite, or what can some would consider might be me exercising more tact before I speak. And in this situation, I'm not going to, not at all. So at the end of the day, what I'm about to express to you, I know that there are other Black women in business who feel exactly what I'm about to express. But many of you, you don't express it. And what you end up doing is kind of distancing yourself from working with more Black women. And a lot of us end up going to Becky, and Becky don't give a fuck about us either, but sometimes psychologically, many of us may feel like we are better accepted by the others than we are by our own. The things that I'm about to say, some may scrutinize me as a leader and think that what I'm saying I should not, because it is a showing of vulnerability. And I honestly think that it's time out for that, because us speaking to our pains, what we're feeling, and what we're dealing with, if anything, is the issue. See, I'm a strong woman, but I don't have strong Black woman syndrome. Hey, Imani. And so that I don't have time to play games and pretend like I'm okay when I'm not, like I'm happy when I'm not. That doesn't mean I let everybody know every single emotion that I'm always feeling, but I'm not the right person to ask how you're doing if you really don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to say I'm better. I'm not great. Oh, I'm fucking fabulous. Oh, it's the shit now. I don't want to be bothered. I don't really want to talk about this shit. I'm going to be very candid. I'm going to be very frank and very honest. And so, what I'm about to do is be candid, frank, and honest right now. So, I put a post up in the Authentic Collective and I asked a simple question. And that question was, basically, what do you want to see improve with other Black business owners? And so mine is one simple thing, and it's called fucking communication. Now, there's plenty of room for quite a few things, and I'm going to end up going back to one of the comments that was actually put in the post, because this sister broke it all the way down. But because community is so important, especially, period, but especially in the Authentic Collective, I'm going to say what I got to say, and I'm putting it here in this video because this is one of the simple things. It's not customer service. It's not product, satisfaction. It's not proper packaging. It's fucking communication. And so let me tell you what I was thinking, and then I'm going to tell you what I keep on noticing, a pattern that's happening. And I'm human. And some people will say, well, August, why are you tripping off of it? Because you got way more instances where it doesn't happen. And yes, I do. But I keep on telling y'all ass, I'm human. And if we don't talk about this shit, then it's not, I'm not going to have resolution in my spirit. And some of you all are not either. But I was sitting and I told my husband, I said, you know what? I said, I'll be glad when I'm so big as a coach that so many people follow me that I don't know when the fuck y'all came or went. That's what I told my husband. I said, because sometimes working with Black women is so fucking exhausting. I would prefer not to even know that half of y'all all ass exists. Maybe I do want a model that's predominantly like a lot of these white people, where all you do is click a link, watch a video, my pockets grow, and you take your ass home. So I'm like, oh my God, August, are you saying that you're going to destroy your business and shit like that? I'm just telling you how I feel. And don't tell me that at some point and in some way, by the time I get through breaking this down, that you've never felt your own version of this shit either. And so, yeah, all of us have growth points, right? So I understand that this is a growing point for me where I have to have thicker skin. I really do have to have thicker skin, but it always fucks me up because it's always that one person that I absolutely did not fucking expect to do the shit that does it to me every fucking time. And I'm in that place where I absolutely do not really want, I don't want any of y'all to be close to me. because it's just to keep things fucking professional and non-personal whatsoever. But because black women are so hurt, because black women are so sensitive, because black women have been dogged and played so much, people like myself and other women that I'm connected with, we often go above and beyond, do more than we absolutely should. And that's on us to make sure we are providing an opportunity, a space, and a place and comfort and friendship for people. And I see your comment coming in a second. You say, I absolutely felt that. You already know. Yeah. And so you guys are dealing with so much shit, and you come crying with so much shit. You have such little confidence in yourself. You're always second guessing and questioning yourself. And so people like me know that every time I opened up my mouth, if you were having a conversation with me, that I can and I will literally bring you the positive tears of reflection and the possibilities of how you can change. I am, in my own respect, growing into somebody like Tony Robbins, that because the wisdom and knowledge that comes from me is so profound when I speak to people, because I lend myself to intuition. Sometimes I speak to shit that I don't even know where the hell it came from. I see the transformation with women that I speak to all the time. And I watch y'all try to be all super duper friendly, want to be up in my face, want to know my name, want to talk to me, want to call me on the phone. But you know what? You're manipulators, because you only do that shit when you want some shit. And so now that I'm working with the coach that I'm working with, I keep on looking at her and I said, you know what? I have to step my game up, because working with the woman that I'm working with right now, I never even got on the phone with her. I had to call her assistant, and her assistant basically, in my reinterpretation in layman's terms, said, what you want? Why you want to speak to Dr. D? Because see, before you get a chance to speak to her, she needs to know your motivation and what you want, because she don't have time for no BS. Are you serious about doing business? What do you need education on? What do you need to know? I told her exactly what I needed to know. I said, I don't want to disrespect the time, because just lead me to what I need. She told me which link to click, what product to buy. And if that's the point of entry to be able to have a conversation with her, then that's the fucking point of entry. Then when you get into a program, she like, oh, if you X amount of minutes late, you can't come into my Zoom. If you do this, you can't be a part of the program. I mean, she's sweet as ever. But she got this no nonsense attitude of what you can't do if you don't behave accordingly. And I feel the same way. Like, you know what? If you're not right, if you ain't paying for something, you don't get to talk to me. That's the way some of y'all make me feel. You want to know why? Because Black women are often the most guiltiest people for ghosting people. Please let me make sure that I understand. There's somebody that's a member of this Authentic Collective right now. I don't even hardly know you. You just click the link. You bought your ticket for the Business Mastery Summit. You in the group. You got access to the videos. You unsubscribe from my list, or you just decide you don't want to be in a group anymore. You leave the community. You don't communicate. You don't do nothing. Oh, well, you came, you bought a ticket, you went to the event. You like, I don't really like this shit. I don't want it. I don't need it. You go. Who cares? I mean, I do care, but I'm just saying, you don't owe me anything. It would just be a polite gesture, which I've done that shit. I've been in a woman's group and said, hey, I'm sorry. I feel like I should leave. You got a highly active group. I'm not active in here, and I didn't want to disrespect it. I'll go. And she's like, no. I understand it. Please stay. Oh, okay. And actually, it kind of made me want to be more active in her group. But some of y'all, I noticed that, you kind of gone, or you seem distant. But because we talked on the phone, I text you and I ask you, how you doing? I message you through the private network and ask you, are you okay? I maybe even message you on Facebook to make sure that everything is all right. And as a good person, I always want to give you the benefit of the doubt that I don't know what the hell has happened, especially in turbulent times like now. Did somebody that was close to you die from COVID? Have you completely lost the majority of your money with your income? Are you a little bit depressed and discouraged because you have sons and Black men are being killed on the street? I'm dealing with the same stresses, but I don't understand and know you that way. So you may not be dealing with the same way, and you don't respond to shit. And you just dip away and you just ghost. And I always find out about people ghosting in the most inconspicuous ways. It always just falls on my lap. And no, I'm not finna give any details because y'all ain't finna figure out who the fuck I'm talking about. But I'll give you an example of a woman that used to follow me. Her name was Pika. She was following me, and when some shit came out of my mouth that she didn't like, rather than having an adult conversation with me, the reason why I found out this woman wasn't following me anymore, because she was the most prominent promoter of everything that I ever had to offer, to a degree that it was insane. Somebody commented on a post that she had put in a private group in Facebook, and when I noticed her name was grayed out, I'm like, when did she leave? Why did she leave? And when I reached back out to her, she basically called me a fucking angry black woman and had unfollowed me. I was like, because I'm like, I did after that. No longer following me on IG, no longer following me on Facebook. And so I'm to the point that I really don't give y'all the benefit of the doubt. And so when I've talked to you on the phone and you've been feeling like shit, and you've been in fucking tears because of the revelation knowledge that you received, when a level of intimacy began to come, when you and I have communicated with each other on a consistent basis, and then you disappear, that's ghosting somebody. What level of, you talking about, what do I want to see? I want to see more professionalism and communication for black women, because all it takes is, you know what, I know I said we were going to do this together August, but I'm going to have to decline because I got too much shit going on in my life. You ain't even got to tell me what the fuck is going on, because no is a complete sentence. But for you all, your no is ghosting. Ghosting is not a no. It is not communication, because one day we look up and you gone. So now I don't give black women the benefit of the doubt that you got shit going on, because you don't, because you rude. Because now, because you've been involved with me, you are intertwined with other people that I'm connected with. I see you like they post. I see you comment on they post. And no, I ain't talking about looking for no bitch ass likes and no comments. Don't ever manipulate or twist what I'm saying. I'm saying you completely cut off communication and intimacy, and I'm reaching out with you for concern because your behavioral patterns have changed. And then I noticed that your behavioral patterns have not changed. They have just fucking changed with me. The only thing that gives me peace and solace the majority of the time is that some of you all, I know why you ain't around, and I don't give a fuck why you around, because we didn't have behind conversation, closed doors. And if you don't like what I said and I don't like what you said, then we just agree to go our separate ways. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about the one that seemingly is respectful, seemingly is loyal, seemingly is connected, and we all connected to mutual people. You think I'm not gonna notice that you fucking gone? You don't think that that's fucking weird? If you comment on almost everything I do, watch almost every video that I put out, almost always have something to say, and don't try to give me that bullshit about, oh my God, I've just been so busy lately. Because like I said, I see your ass on everything else. But when you were crying, when you were feeling distraught, when you didn't know what the fuck to do, you were happy that August would let you get on her phone. Let me tell y'all something. I don't want no motherfucker. Don't call me, don't text me. Because what a lot of you all fail to realize is that energetically, what it takes, and some of y'all might be like, well, damn, if she's talking like this, maybe I need to leave her community because she's just so rash. She can't handle this shit. She can't take it. No, fuck that shit. What I'm saying to you all is I'm not that leader. I'm not trying to be your MLK, your Malcolm X, no, none of that, because most of our leaders become martyrs because they do too fucking much. The movement doesn't go forward and shit doesn't change until y'all learn to get up off your ass and everybody mans their fucking position. But some of us in between time and in the meantime, when y'all trying to figure out who the fuck you are, offer a higher level of support. And what I'm saying is that I don't have that for y'all anymore. What you need to start doing is you need to come in. You might be like, damn, August, what are you saying? I don't know you like that. At the end of the day, my track record speaks for itself. And I will always outgive or outbeat doing anything for anybody that compared to anybody else that's in my community, because I take responsibility for it. So what you do is you bring something to the table, and not even necessarily for me, but something for the community. You show that you're worthy to truly be a part of, because please don't get it twisted. Just because somebody signed up to be a member of the Authentic Collective does not mean that your spirit is a member of the Authentic Collective. And some of you all are only in here long enough until you get tired. And even though I'm saying all the shit that I'm saying, when it all gets done, I'm gonna blow the smoke from out my ears, out my nose, out my mouth, and all of this shit. And I'm still gonna come back in here and appropriately serve those who deserve the serving. But you all need to stop just, oh, I don't talk to them no more. I don't communicate with them nor I don't, you act like you don't know who people are. And it's okay if you create friends. I unfriend people all the time. Like, I don't know them. They weird. They tag me in a post. They try to put me in a group. They ask me to like a page. They ask me to do some crazy shit. I don't fuck with that. Nope. Bye. But when you have created intimacy with me and you just disappear, you need to understand that shit is shady. And trust me, other black women be sitting around thinking about a shit ton of other stuff because of the level of dysfunction that they didn't already suffer from their mamas, their aunties, their sisters, and all of their jealous ass other female cousins. Black women, we have to stop doing that shit because it's foul. You said loyalty is not a given, and the shame around being disloyal keeps folks silent instead of letting the person know what the fuck happened. This is the part that makes it challenging not to take things personally, even though we're always told not to. And at the end of the day, what most people do is they do take shit personally, but what they do is they show a face and a front in public, and then they go home and they take a shit personally behind closed doors. When I'm taking the shit personal, I tell y'all ass I'm taking the shit personal. And it don't make no difference what it is. It really doesn't. I don't care if you even just want to tell me, August, you know what, I like you. I think you cool as all get out. But you know what? When I listen to you speaking the way I feel about my God, I can't follow you no more because you disturb every vein in my Christian spirit. Either me and you going to have a conversation where I'm going to say, look, I'm not trying to make you not be Christian, but I am asking you to potentially, do like the book of Acts said, be a Berean. If I bring up something controversial, don't ignore it. Go research it, because are you really taking offense to me, or are you taking offense to the fact that I'm opening your eyes up to something and then you have to admit that what you believed all this time wasn't the truth? So trust me, I get it. And it could be a myriad of other things. I get it that there are some things that I present. There are some strong stances that I have that can make things uncomfortable for some people. But guess what? Real talk. Dude, this is no disrespect. I love Reverend Alicia Pitts. I think she's a beautiful person. But let's be real. Where I stand as far as biblical principles are concerned and where she stands as far as biblical principles are concerned, it's not the same. It's not the same at all. She's a reverend, and I'm usually attacking the majority of the shit that people believe is coming out the Bible all the time. And I'm here to challenge you black women and say that some of the shit that y'all taking is personal is the shit that you shouldn't be taking personal, because at the end of the day, the only thing I care about more than what she practices spiritually is who she is as a human being. She's good people. She's honorable from what I see. And so from there, we just keep it pushing. And I can't make everybody be a Muslim or a Hebrew Israelite or practice African ancestry or be a Buddhist or what. I can't make anybody be or do anything. The only thing I can do is speak to what it is that I believe. Imani's a Muslim. I'm not sitting here knocking her for what it is that she does and sitting there telling that what you studying is stupid. It's a lot of things that I may say that are sensitive to people. Another person, Stacey Walker, she always talking self-care and stuff like that. I know what self-care means to Stacey, but no disrespect. I slam the self-care industry all the time. Shit, some of y'all in here, am I slamming it overall in general? No, I'm just speaking my truth. And so we always going around telling people, speak your truth, queen, speak your truth, queen. But then when some of us start speaking that truth and it start ruffling your feathers, then you got to address some shit that you don't really want to address. Then you take it personal. So the only way Stacey can continue to watch my videos is either she's a lying SOB or she's just like, hey, at the end of the day, I know what August is saying. I get that. I ain't got time to take that personal. We're going to just not throw the baby out with the bathwater. All this other stuff she's saying, I agree with. And let me just get my dose of whatever it is and support a sister I love, whatever, and then going on about her business. And so I'm just really dissatisfied with the way that many of you all like to do the ghosting game. I really, really am. Because if I know that you do it to me and I have thicker skin than most, I can only imagine what that feels like for somebody else. And many of you, but it's okay. Because today is a newer day. It's been a long time since I did it. And I don't care if it takes me 5 months to get the same amount of connection calls that I could get into one. Now it's going to be fee-based connection calls. If you want to talk to me, then pay me to talk to me. Because conversation with me means change. My conversation means change. Everybody can't say that because that's not what everybody means. But I have to pay in order to get into the realm of the coach that I'm working with now. It costs to be in the realm of where she's at. It costs to be in a collaboration that I'm at. And maybe part of the problem with a lot of you black people is that you don't understand that, unfortunately, because many of you all's unnaturally gross attachments to money is the reason why many of you can't get access to shit because you don't want to pay to play. You always got your hand out. You're always looking for a freebie. You're always trying to see how you going to get. And then you're the last ones that want to spend and you want to give. But the ones that do spend, the ones that do give are the ones that usually end up connecting because they see a trusted mutual investment, and not necessarily with each other, but within the whole spectrum of Black business. So yeah, I'm upset. I'm fed up. You say our growth hinges on the times on the times we have to say to friends and colleagues the things we don't really want to say. Pretty much. But that's okay, because I've already trimmed back the fat. I already trimmed back the fat and becoming even more circumspect with like, wait a minute, is this person trying to push themselves in my circle? No. But I'm going to trim it back even further. So please just understand that there's a lot of challenges and there's a lot of energy. And I didn't even look to see if any comments are coming on the other side. You said, oh yeah, he says, it's as if Black women, we trip about clear communication. Everybody has shit going on. No, but you can at least say something. I know this week alone has been crazy, but as soon as you can say something, that's a show of immaturity. People don't want to hear the truth that other people speak. They just want to speak into an empty box. And then you have these high expectations. You throw scriptures around like, to whom much is given, much is required. You're right. And for all of the grace and the wisdom and the knowledge and the understanding that I have, guess what? To whom much is given, guess what? I hold my mantle with high levels of responsibility. I surely do. And that's why I function the way that I do as a business owner. But guess what? Y'all got responsibilities too. So yeah, I'm a little bit pissed off. Trust me, I know Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all the rest of them. I know they had plenty of days and they was like, you know what? I should just let these. It ain't easy serving Black people. I don't think it's easy serving people, period. But the level of dysfunction, blame it on slavery, blame it on whatever you want to, is so doggone. It's just, I don't even know the word that I want to use for it. That it's just a whole nother other level of energy that goes into it. And so a lot of y'all, and it's cool, because don't listen. I'm not asking nobody to do nothing crazy, because I already just said don't be blowing me up and none of that stuff. But I sit by myself on a regular basis, and I can count on one hand per month how many people call me or send me a text message. And I don't need all my fingers. But I constantly send text message, pick up the phone. What you doing? Let's just have girlfriend talk. How are you? I notice you feeling this way. Da 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 da. Constantly reach out to people. And some of y'all don't even have no fully functioning businesses. I still do this shit. I be in the middle of hosting summits, recording events, doing my podcast, promoting the program, writing a book, and doing 15 other million things. Y'all be having and y'all already know I'm saying y'all for those who it pertains to. But y'all have so many expectations. Oh my God, she's going to show up live. I've been waiting on my word to get my inspiration for the day. Or, oh my God, and she got to do this. She got to look this way. She got to present herself this way. She got to do this, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And for some of y'all, the extra things that I do, oh, that's how I know she's a good leader. Well, when I don't do them anymore, am I still a good leader? Because guess what? Some of you all don't even have half of the burdens that I have. From you got the burdens from life and from whatever else, but as far as running the business, you don't. And not once do I sit there and say, oh yeah, ain't nobody checking on me like that. No, I just pick up the phone, I check on everybody else. And that's one of the things that bothers me, because this one individual that ghosted was checking on her like crazy. But that's okay, stay gone. Be gone. I deal with my own mindset, but now you all get to see what some of the stuff behind the scenes that goes on in the mind of people when they are working to raise themselves to a higher level of leadership and to be there for people. This stuff ain't no cakewalk. Have you heard the expression, heavy is the head that wears the crown? And no, I'm not putting myself on any fucking pedestal. But to do the level of work and the level of labor that I'm putting forth for the things that I know that our brothers and sisters need, a lot of you all want to see that happen, but you're not going to put the energy into it. And it ain't no knock against you. If that ain't your thing, that just ain't what you want to do. And then I'm not doing it like these, no, look, and I'm not doing it like these petty ass white people just giving you a video and telling you to click a link. Intentional effort is created into making sure that something is an experience for you. And so you don't feel like you're part of the norm so that you get real transformation and breakthroughs. Man, please, y'all sleeping. I ain't asking for much, just communication and respect. That's it. Communication and respect. You can't be a woman and come and speak to me. And don't say it's because, ooh, August, your personality, your demeanor is so scared. I'm not talking about people that don't know me. People that don't know me might look at these videos and be like, I don't know, she's saying that, but she a little harsh. But I'm talking to the people that have been on the phone with me. I'm talking to people that have worked through some shit with me. I'm talking about the people that have cried and talk about how they know that they see the intention and how the spirit of God uses me. Yeah, until you get what it is that you want. But that's okay, because those who manipulate get manipulated. And so I take accountability for the fact that I let myself get manipulated and drawn into something and did not exercise a better level of detachment. Because I can still lead and do that. And if anything, this continuous growth and what I'm dealing with right now, unfortunately, and I've never wanted to say it, but this is why the fuck people say it's lonely at the top, because you begin to realize that your level of seriousness is not necessarily everybody else's level of seriousness. So if you've ghosted somebody recently, I suggest your ass go and say something to them and explain. Because everybody else ain't as bold as me and ain't gonna necessarily say something, but they 2 seconds away from feeling sorry for you to feeling some kind of way. And for the people that's just like that and they shitty going on about your business, for those of you that care, fucking grow up and start communicating. Because guess what? We ain't gonna be no damn movement with this bullshit. We're a bunch of well-trained fucking slaves. You'll still go smile in Becky's face, but you don't say nothing to your sister. If that ain't slave mentality for you, I don't know what the fuck is. Stop it. So that's my rant for this group. I'll be back later, hopefully, when I feel better or whatever. But I'm not gonna double talk with my standards. Take your petty, immature shit somewhere else. Because I'd rather have 50 bold, strong, real sisters with me than thousands of people over here. Everybody just kind of flocking, jumping on the bandwagon. I'm a part of this, or I'm doing this, or whatever. It don't take, that's wrong with Black people. We think everybody got to be a part of the movement in order for the movement to move. No, we don't. No, we don't. We only need the ones that's intentional. You better believe that. You say what? Black people especially, we make shit too damn complicated. I don't know if it's PTSD or just trifling or both. Both. One or the other and both, depending on who you're talking to. Good leaders know their boundaries too. You make your boundaries clear to folks. That makes you an awesome leader. Thank you. But now them boundaries are about to get more intense, and I see why. Yeah, I have to prove some shit to me. You might be like, well, that's not fair, August, because I don't know you and I just barely met you, but that's okay. I'm going to check your track record. My track record is there. It really, really is. I've done there's not a single woman that's crossed my path that I haven't done too much for, meaning that I've went above and beyond to help. There's not a single woman out there, but there are several women out there who've ghosted me. And every time I get over it and don't trip off of it and get into hardcore serving mode, another one of y'all rear your heads up. But that's okay. I'm not saying that I'm not going to serve. I'm not saying that I don't care. I'm just saying that I'm going to switch up the rules of engagement with me. Because your undying words of loyalty don't mean anything. I'll be peeping your actions. And we'll see how long your actions really last. Because you better believe I got some people that are around me that I don't necessarily agree with who they do, but I respect them as people. And for that reason, I continue to stay around and support them. I don't necessarily agree with all these people that are my friends and stuff like that on Facebook. There's a mutual agreement of respect. What you got? Show me what you working with. And your dream and your big ass vision, that ain't what you working with. It's not. Bring it to fruition. Some of you be talking a big game about your vision but you haven't stayed in the game long enough to build anything. That's the other thing. I need to see you been in the game long enough building some shit. Because if you didn't went through the war with yourself just to build, then 9 times out of 10, we can talk. But a lot of y'all ain't nothing but dreamers and schemers. And when I say schemers, I don't even mean like trying to take advantage or steal from me. You playing yourself and all the people around you with your highfalutin conversation that's gonna dissolve after 10 more minutes of not getting the results that you're looking for. So I'm good. It's all good. I'm gonna get my butt out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all day. I'll be in the community and do whatever it is that I do in between all the other stuff I got going on. But that's my beef today. That's my beef. And the Authentic Collective and all of these other organizations, we're not gonna get nowhere until y'all mature up and have the hard conversations. All right, I'm outie.